Welcome back to another episode of Project 2JZ28. Do you know what the definition of a Hail Mary is?
Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line.
Well, today we are going to attempt just that. I talked to Safe, and Safe really is not convinced that it's not the ECU, since I got my old ECU back, even though Haltech quote-unquote repaired it. So he sent me another Haltech Elite 2500. So we are going to rule out today, once and for all, if the ECU is the problem with the Camaro or not. If it is the problem, well, that would be the best case scenario, because I can get a new ECU. Haltech had said, if you have any problems with this ECU that we repaired, send it back to us, boom, brand new one, free. Now, I will say, even though I waited a long time on that ECU to get repaired, I think Haltech's customer service is great. And it shows when they are willing to give me a brand new couple $1,000 ECU on the house for that. So we're going to throw in the new ECU that Safe gave us. We're going to throw my current tune on it. I'm going to do a calibration really quick of the throttle body to make sure that's not an issue as we've had in the past. And we're going to go for a drive and keep our fingers crossed this Hail Mary works. Well, this is certainly a pain. This should be simple, right? Just put a new ECU in, upload your tune. Well, the new ECU is needing a firmware update. To update the firmware, I've got to update this new Haltech ESP app, and to do that, it's just being a pain. Safe is actually remote installing it right now, so the little things for the big things.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, that took a bit just to get that new ECU in. Now we'll take it for a test drive and hope that there's a difference. Well, that wasn't necessarily a good start. It took forever to crank. Oh gosh. Well, that's not necessarily a good sign. Not instilling a lot of confidence. Well, due to some technical difficulties, all the video footage I had of trying to drive the Camaro with the new computer failed, and I lost all that. But I'll skip to the main part of the story, and that's the fact that, yeah, it didn't work. Camaro still runs like Camaro with old ECU in it. So we shipped the computer back to Safe, and now we're on to the next phase, the phase we didn't want to be on, and that's the phase of redoing the wiring harness. The good news is that Blake is up for the task. He's good with it, and we're going to take care of him well and help him out with something he's working on. So the Camaro is taking its drive before it gets even any colder out for the year over to Blake's. And then hopefully, when we're there, it won't just be an expensive wiring harness that goes in it, and that will fix the problem. So fingers crossed. Well, she really didn't like starting in the cold, but she did start. So that's half the battle. It's about 28 degrees outside, so it's not freezing cold, but it definitely isn't warm driving weather. Well, good news is it's running. We're on our way to Blake's, so if I can just keep this up without any trouble, we should at least get there. So Blake had said that should be able to rewire everything. He's going to go hardcore on the wiring with some military grade stuff and make it better. Not that we need that, but if we're going to do it, we'll just do it a little overkill to make sure we're good.
A solid 4 minutes.
Well, this is a first. I never had the Camaro parked underneath another car, let alone a freaking amazing one. That's awesome, man. Well, the keys are in it. It does start eventually. It doesn't like the cold, but it will start. Yeah, we'll save the rest for later, but dude, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks
no
in
problem.
advance. Let's cross our fingers and hope an expensive new wiring harness isn't just the only thing that I get.
At least we'll never have to do it again.
Right.
So
right.
that's kind of the idea, is we put a harness in and it's never a question mark. So,
Right. Well, everything leads to the wiring harness, so we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that.
Yep. Well, like I said, we'll have a chance to go through everything, and we'll make some upgrades in it. And
Sweet. Yeah, there's little tiny stuff like the boost gauge, and I don't know why, but my fog lights don't work anymore. They used to. I mean, I'm sure they work. They're probably just not hooked up. The battery cable is loose. I'll probably replace the battery, but I don't know. Little nit
battery
noise.
cable.
Yeah, to the battery. Like I noticed, like I was driving and also, that was when Safe was remote tuning, and he's like,
Okay.
check your battery, and I checked it, and I wiggled it, and it's like, oh, I've got power again.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
probably
I'll
just
look at
didn't
that.
tighten it down. But anyway,
Okay.
well, thanks,
no
buddy.
problem.
I'm gonna
That's
get out
easy.
of your
Yep.
hair so you can make your time.
Yep. I gotta go kick people.
Yes, go do that.
All right. I'm gonna go this way because
Thanks for joining us.